We could watch 3. I guess if the overall score, we've got time to watch 3 replays. So we could watch the 6-3, the 5-4. We'll probably watch a Vitality one as well, just to make it fair. Because if Power won 4-3, then I guess we should watch 2 and 1. Yeah, let's watch some Fever POV here. So if you guys are just tuning in, you're wondering what's going on. Long story short, Power's Fever. Power are the OCE, one of the OCE teams at the major. They're boot camping, so are Vitality. A lot of teams are already over there boot camping in preparation for the spring major. Vitality are over there, and clearly this is a scrim between Power and Vitality. We got Coach Farah there in the spectate. He's got the whiteboard out. But yeah, Fever accidentally uploaded this entire scrim worth of replays to ballchasing.com. And before he could privatize it, I got in there, downloaded them all, and now we're just going to watch it because, I mean, yeah, unlucky, bro. Be careful next time. So let's see what's happening between Power and Vitality. Are Vitality frauds? Is EU a fraud region? Or are Power just that good at Rocket League? Let's find out. Accidentally, surely not a marketing play. But yeah, since I know a lot of people are going to take this way too seriously, because people always take everything way too seriously with regard to scrims, I'll say the usual disclaimer that I always say about scrims. We're on Fever POV here, of course, from Power as they lose 1 goal. So, yeah, scrims do not translate very accurately to actual competitive matches, but they are still very interesting to watch just to see what our team's practicing, who's looking mechanical, and just to see what players are getting up to in practice with no pressure on. And Power, I think, are actually a team with a chance to do some damage at this event. I did put Amphis from Power in my own top 25 list as an honorable mention. Oh, nice goal by Fever, underdunk there to go 1-1 with Vitality. But yeah, the interesting storyline with Power, I should probably mention this as well. I've spoken about this a couple times on my stream over the past couple weeks. But Power and the other OCE team at the Spring Major, Ground Zero, are going to verse each other in Lore Round 2, assuming that they both lose, which is not a guarantee. Like, they're actually... I think they're a team who have winning potential. I believe Power play against Space Station Gaming in the first round. Now, you guys all might be saying, classic Johnny, EU bias, saying that Power have got a chance to beat Space Station Gaming. But this same Power lineup swept G2 Esports at the Fall Major. Now, obviously, G2 were not playing that well at the Fall Major, but if Space Station have an off day and Power, do what they did to G2 at the Fall Major, they could win. There's definitely a chance that Power could win that. However, if Power and Ground Zero both lose their opening match, they're playing against Carmine Corp, Ground Zero versus Carmine Corp, Power against SSG. If they both lose their opening matches, they will play against each other on day 2 of the tournament, I think it is, for a World Championship wildcard spot. That is crazy. They're going to be playing a best of 5 on LAN. Winner goes to Worlds, loser does not. I cannot wait for that to actually happen. If it does, it's going to be incredibly exciting. But my pick to win that is, in fact, going to be Power. I think Power showed that they've got the better LAN playstyle, the better LAN mentality, whatever you want to call it. They're the better team on LAN coming out of OCE this season, between the 3 teams that have made LANs from OCE this season. I also had a chance to tune into Rettel's stream the other day, so everybody's faking the kickoff here, love that. Tuned into Rettel's stream the other day, and he was saying that Power have looked very good in scrims, so the fact that they're actually giving Vitality a good series here in scrims should not come as a surprise. This team's actually rated by many as a team who could not only do well in scrims, but in fact do some damage at the tournament itself. So absolutely keep an eye on this team. Don't just assume that they're going to lose because they're from OCE. I think that they have a realistic chance of beating anyone if their opponents are having a slight off day. And oh, Amphis' own goal. It's a very unfortunate own goal there from Amphis. Yeah, one of the other things I'm excited to see from Power, if they can make it happen, it's over his Tarsos, of course, for anyone who's not aware. But yeah, one of the things I'm excited to see from Power, nice goal there, very nicely done. Good, quick setup. Is that they do sometimes, and also Vitality did this as well in the final regional of the split against Carmine Corp. Both these teams have experimented with the half-flip kickoff that I keep talking about as being overpowered. I genuinely think this kickoff's overpowered. You just don't go for the ball, you just half flip away from it and let your soft cheating player pressure the ball while both the other players grab boost. I think it's a very, very solid kickoff, especially if you're winning. It's more, I think, safe than just playing a standard kickoff where you might lose a kickoff goal immediately. And yeah, versus pro teams that aren't used to it, you might just get a free goal or a free possession. We saw from Gladiators at the Winter Major. Yeah, looking out for that. We saw a fake earlier on. It wasn't the half flip though. Maybe they're trying to keep that one a secret. Nice kickoff again though by Power. 6-3. They've destroyed Vitality's defense in this game. It's all been about clinical setups in this game from Power. Just very quick follow-ups in each other's plays. You can really tell that when these guys are feeling confident, they've got the mechanics, they've got the pace to actually make a realistic match against anyone in the world. The Vitality, who are obviously dominant at the moment. Now, have Vitality, you know, a lot of people whose names rhyme with, you know, P Gates will probably watch this and think Vitality's overrated, EU's overrated. I knew it all along. Based on one game, one scrim, you'll say, well, obviously this means that Vitality are not going to win the LAN. And in fact, EU is trash, and everybody should agree. But I would say that, you know, scrims aren't everything. They're interesting, but they're really not important. They don't influence my predictions too much. If I've got already, you know, a lot of time spent watching a team in competitive against other teams at a world-class level. So in Europe and North America, you don't need to look past their own regions to see these teams play at world-class level against world-class teams. You just watch them play at a regional and boom, you've seen them play against other teams at the LAN. It's only OCE and, you know, MENA, South America. These regions, you need to pay more attention to their scrims because you don't get to see these teams play against other LAN teams very often regionally. It's very rare that you get. We did actually get to see it at the last Winter Major. It's very rare that you get to see OCE versus OCE or SAM versus SAM at a international event. And even, yeah, you can't see MENA versus MENA until the Worlds because there's only one MENA team at the majors. Okay, there's one game. Power absolutely destroying Vitality in that game. Quick follow-ups, very confident plays. Let's get into another one here. I think maybe we could watch one Vitality win, watch this one or this one. Let's watch this one, watch a Vitality win, and then we'll watch one more Power win and see what's going on here. Again, just to echo, I know you guys want to watch Zen. We could watch the Zen game here. I know, you know, there's probably going to be people tuning in throughout this video, clicking through this stream, I should say, wondering what's going on. Why do you have this? Well, it's because it was leaked publicly, so I didn't get this from anyone in private. I didn't get special access to this replay. It was accidentally publicized by Fever, so big whoopsie from him, but yeah, we're just going to go ahead and watch the replays all the same, because yeah, someone's probably going to stream this, so I think it might as well be me, and I can tell you the cold hard facts, and that is that the scrims don't really matter that much, but they're interesting, very interesting to watch. Type on in chat if you agree. Scrim results should not really impact your predictions and expectations of teams too much, especially EU and NA teams. Maybe OCE, SAM, MENA more so. But they're still really, really fun to watch. I enjoy watching them. That's my take on it. So I'm not changing my predictions on any NA and EU teams based on their scrims, but yeah, if Power are dominating, okay, fair enough. I'm going to probably look at them a bit more differently than I would if I didn't know that they'd been doing well in scrims. Yeah, very much depends on the teams playing. That's always the way I've done it. I only really look at scrims as ways to learn about the other regions. EU, NA, you already should have a pretty good idea of where those teams sit internationally. Even before watching scrims. Oh, good touch there by Zen with a half flip. I'm loving the aggression by Power though. Look how quickly they're boxing Vitality in here. This is a difficult position for Vitality to be in. Brilliant pre-jump though by Alpha. Zen pathing over small pads. Help this team get out of defense as well. Fever thought he was slick with the accidental excuse. Nah, he's probably like pretty annoyed if he's done that by mistake, which I'm sure he did, because I don't know, maybe there's a team out there who are like, we're not scrimming you again, so you leaked our scrim, boo! But I don't think it really matters. I don't know if teams should be secretive with their scrims. I don't know if it really matters that much. Personally, I've not really, you know, heard of any cases of a team watching a scrim and thinking, oh, that's how you beat that team. The only thing that you would really be leaking in scrims is kickoff strats. That's it. That's literally it. But yeah, if you don't want to do that, you could just like save your kickoff strats for absolute like private practice, in-house kind of things, and tournaments, and then just do your regular kickoffs in scrims. But yeah, I think the main reason, and a few of you guys have said this in chat, and you're right. The main reason why some teams don't want their scrims to be public is because, nice shot by the way, by Power. They're really pouncing on any half chance to the midfield. Yeah, the main reason why most teams don't want their scrims to be public is just purely mental. That's all. They don't want people to be overreacting to a scrim loss. They don't want fans to be overreacting to a scrim that they've lost. That's it. That's truly the only reason why some teams don't want their scrims out there. I think G2 were a good example of this actually. G2 in the fall of 2021. I think streamed some scrims, lost, and then the players were getting so tilted reading about how G2 have lost scrims on social media that they decided not to stream scrims anymore. So it's a shame, but I mean, I feel like it just is part of the. It's just a guaranteed part of the scene. It's a big air dribble bump save there by Zen. He actually bumped Amphis into saving his own shot. Still, you gotta acknowledge, great try there by Amphis. Flip reset pass one, almost bumped Zen as well. It looks like boost runs out for Power, and they do concede to Zen's equalizer. Thanks by the way to Melbar08 and Chris for the primes. Welcome to the channel. Yeah, in terms of like the player and team's mental being affected by scrim, you know, gossip, I think if a player can't handle someone online saying this team lost a scrim to this team, therefore they're bad, you know, if you can't handle that, you're definitely not going to be able to handle reactions on the day of the tournament when, you know, you take an L to a team you're supposed to beat. That's going to be even worse. So I don't really think that's a valid excuse. I would understand trying to hide, if teams really are trying to hide the way they're practicing and what they're practicing, then fair enough. Oh, what a read by Zen. We picked a decent random game here by Zen. I've not seen this before, but he's done well there. Low boost rebound on an overhead when he's lurking upfield. Replay that. You guys want to go back and watch that? Oh, big miss by Torsos. They had a chance to get a 0-second equalizer there, or close to. We already know this is a 2-1 win for Vitality, though. You guys want to replay this? Other goal? Yeah, Zen didn't have a lot of boost. Got a demo. One pad. Blind rebound. Easy. As you like. Just Zen things. But okay, we got time for one more. Let's watch. There's a lot of goals in this game. 5-4. Let's see what's happening in this game. 5-4 to Power. Who should we watch in this one? Power do win, but who do you guys want to watch? We can watch Amphis. Has been looking pretty good. I think we'll watch Amphis. We'll give Power a little bit of the spotlight because everybody's already excited for Vitality. I'd love to see more people excited for Power. And if there's any takeaway from this, like genuinely, if there's any like no memes, genuine takeaway from watching Power scrim international teams and actually doing really well. We've heard from some pros that they've been doing very well in scrims. Now they've leaked their scrims and the results are definitely there to prove it. You should just be more excited about this team. I don't think you guys should be doubting any of the teams that they're beating or any of the teams that they've done well against. But I think you should be excited about Power. I'm excited to watch them. think it's great that they're out there so early. Very good kickoff again, the closest cheat imaginable. And they're up by 2. They've scored a lot of kickoff goals in Vitality, which is very impressive to see. What team is Power? Power is an OCE team. They qualified for the Fall Major this season, did not make the Winter Major. Now they've qualified for the Spring Major. And if they can outperform the other OCE team, Ground Zero, who are at the Boston Major, then Power will also be at Worlds, which is very exciting. I rate this team a lot. I think that they're the best Australian team on LAN. This season they've had by far the best performance. In fact, they're the only OCE team to win a series on LAN this season against a major region team. Power beat G2 Esports in the fall. Yeah, I think these guys are legit. Yeah, they swept G2 as well. Very impressive stuff. So yeah, definitely you should be excited about this team, and their script should be very, very interesting to watch as well. Just because they're playing against their countrymen for a Worlds spot. Not often you get to see that. Yeah, Elevate did qualify for the majors. That's Kami, Virtuoso, and Realize. I've heard they're doing quite well in scrims as well. Not as well as Power, but yeah, I'm mega excited to see these teams play. You know, a lot of people just tune out when OCE is playing, tune out when APAC's playing, but I love seeing the development of these regions. I think that over time it will just get better and better for them as they get more international experience. Power are absolutely holding their own in these matches. You know, I was curious coming into these games. Like I said, I've not seen these replays before. I was very curious to see how they're getting wins. Were they going to be trying to scam wins by, you know, camping net and hoping that Vitality hit the bar by mistake? But they've really not done that. Power have been challenging. They've been fighting for the midfield. They've been following up on each other's touch as well. I love the aggression that we're seeing from them, and you know, you need that against teams like Vitality. You can't just sit back against the EU teams, otherwise they're not going to have any respect for you. They're just going to completely swarm you and overwhelm you with pressure. And yeah, the challenges, the aggression that we have seen from Power in these games has definitely earned the respect from Vitality. Did you guys see this, by the way? So that's a double diagonal kickoff. I'm sorry to pause this, I didn't know this was going to happen. But I talk about this kickoff all the time. Interesting to see Vitality doing it. Let's go Redosin, or yeah, Redosin POV here. Alpha and Redosin have both half flipped onto the boost. Zen is close cheating here. Well, actually, yeah, he's close cheating. And he does play the ball. Now, the reason this is fine is because the fact Zen is close cheated, the idea is that there's no dribble opportunity available because Zen's just going to immediately challenge any dribble. So you've got to hit the ball somewhere. If you hit it back corner over here, that's where Redosin is. If you hit it back corner over here, that's where Alpha is. If you take a shot, Redosin is going to easily turn back and save it. And if Zen deflects the ball to either back corner, again, that's exactly where his teammates are. So very solid kickoff. I think it's a very, very fun kickoff to watch. And yeah, definitely look out for it at the major. Vitality have done it. I've seen it from Power as well. These are two of the teams I've seen it from the most, actually. And it's a very interesting one to see in competitive. It's still in the early days of experimentation. And I don't think you know, any pro team is likely to be doing it to its peak potential yet, in fact. Because it has so many different adaptations, so many different permutations that could occur. But I love seeing that. That's the future of Rocket League right there, strategically. Great speed on the shot there by Amphis. 4-1, Vitality in trouble in this game as well. The counter is just stop and 50 it back to your teammate. Well, that's not really a counter though. The reason that's not a counter is because the close cheating player, in this case Zen, he can hit the ball full speed and then follow it. So it's not like that 50 back to your teammate. It's going to be a nice controlled 50 by forcing a player who's completely out of boost to hit the ball. No, when you close cheat in Rocket League, you do have a little bit of boost left over after you hit the ball. It's not the same as playing the ball in a kickoff. So, I mean, I've experimented probably more with this kickoff strategy than anyone else in the world. And honestly, it's the only situation that it can get dicey is if somebody goes for a demo kickoff and manages to demo/bump 2 players. If they can demo/bump 2 players, then it's awkward because now you've got 1 player back by themselves. But it's very, very hard to demo / bump 2 players when one of those players is going to have 100 boost. Not easy to do that. So it's super rare. Super, super rare. I mean, you could try it yourself. You're going to need a lot of practice with the half flip if you're not good at half flipping and grabbing the boost and covering your net. You're going to need to practice that a lot before the kickoff becomes viable. But if you could do that reliably every time, you're going to have a great time. It's very, very strong. Very, very comfortable. The range that you get, the outcomes you get, anything between just scoring a free goal because you've got a wide open passing play with everybody having 100 boost, or you could get the other team hitting the ball at you, and now you just got to control it in the back corner, which is also absolutely fine. So it ranges from absolutely fine to, oh, we've scored, generally. Okay, so this is going to be a tie, and we knew that because it's 5-4 in this game. We already saw the score beforehand. Prod BLXR, thanks for the Prime, and Gavlab, thanks for this 47-month Prime. Back from Morrison's bought a Tubatex barbecue and Pringles for £3.70. Good stuff. Should have dropped that yesterday in the Pringles #ad stream. They would have loved that, but I appreciate it nonetheless. What happened to Chalkcast? Rizzo's been on holiday, but we're maybe going to try. I don't know if we have any chance of doing one at the major. We'd love to try, but we're not sure yet. We do have the bonus episodes still every Monday coming out, even though we've not done a live episode for a while. Yeah, we've just I was away at the Olympics, the Esports Olympics in Singapore, and then Rizzo's away on vacation. So yeah, we've just been away pretty much. That's why we've not had a live episode in a while. If we could do it at the major, we might have to do that. That would be cool. One in chat if you want to see a live Chalkcast at the major. Just if we can get Rizzo's streaming set up like one day after. I think that'd be pretty fun. Get who do you guys want? Rise is obviously going to be at the majors, so he's a all-star guest. Apparently Jack, another all-star guest. We've got a lot of all-star guests who are going to be at the major, of course. FT vs Chalkcast, the winner gets to host the other show. I don't think we'd be allowed to do that contractually. That would be a bit difficult to persuade Psyonix to allow. Just let Chalkcast run on the main channel one time. That'd be a pretty difficult one to do. Okay, let me ask you guys a question. Type 1 in chat if your opinion of Power has gone up since hearing that they're doing well in Scrims, seeing that they're doing well in Scrims. Just seeing the playstyle that they've utilized in these games that we've watched. We've only had a chance to watch 3 games right now, so it's not the be all and end all, but it's obviously just Scrims. It's not the same as competitive. Definitely for me, absolutely. I think that hearing an OCE team is doing well in Scrims, I think it's a big deal because Nully's saying 2. I'll tell you why I think 1. I think that my opinion of Power has gone up is because the OCE teams, they really do get down on themselves when things are going wrong. They can get a bit negative sometimes. I think that's one of the biggest problems with the younger teams from OCE, the Pioneers and Ground Zero, younger teams, less experienced teams. Those guys, when things are going wrong, I think they can get their heads down very quickly, whereas Power are a bit more experienced, and that's why I rate them the best out of the 3 OCE teams in a LAN setting. Yeah, hearing that they're doing well, I think that's just going to give them so much confidence. And even though scrims don't translate fully, or even remotely close to fully, to actual RLCS, I don't know. I still think my opinion of them has gone up a bit, seeing that they're doing so well, hearing that they're doing so well. Kind of like reaffirms for me that they are the best OCE team on LAN. I guess we'll have to wait and see if they can replicate that when the weekend comes. It's double elimination, so it's very hard to tell. It's a very small sample size, potentially. Nully says they're so fast and mechy in scrims. I feel like the way they play will be so hard under pressure. Yeah, definitely agreed. It's very hard to be consistent with this kind of play style on a LAN setting. But they did it against G2 at the Fall Major. They were very, very fast, very mechanical in that series. It surprised me to see that. So I think they can do it in a LAN setting. But yeah, I reckon top 8 is possible for this team. I really do. They're in the bracket that could have Crew or Rule 1 for top 8. You know, that little sub-bracket there. Crew, Rule 1, one of those teams is going to obviously beat the other, then potentially lose to BDS/Gen G. And if Power lose their opening match and then win against their lower round 1 opponent, they'll be playing against either Crew or Rule 1. I think definitely a chance there. A good chance for this team to make a top 8, which would be the first. That would be the first top 8 in the open era for OCE, which would be super exciting. So yeah, really, really cool to see this. Awesome job by Fever leaking the scrims so that we can absolutely confirm that Vitality are washed and that EU's overrated and that OCE is going to farm the Boston Major. Now, jokes aside, hopefully they're not going to get scrim barred from anyone because he accidentally leaked these. They are public. I'm not leaking them. They were completely public for a whole day. I'm not leaking anything here. Don't shoot the messenger. You guys all wanted to see this, so don't blame me. But yeah, imagine Vitality have just like banned them. No more Scrims of Power. You guys leaked our losses. We're embarrassed.